Hmm. Wow. 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 Hmm. 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 Let's see the volume. Oh, what? Oh, there we go. I forgot about that. Ooh. Okay, okay. Wait, what buttons do I? Oh, right. Let's go! Christmas Eve. Oh, sorry. Christmas Day. Aww. Everything looks so cute. Can't say my family was ever religious, but fortunately, the holiday also works as kids get toys. Kids get Toys Day, and we love Toy Day. Even beyond consumerism. Even beyond consumerism, this was a chance for the family to come together, put everything aside, and just exist as one. No matter the troubles, at least we'd always have the holidays. So while my nephew was thrilled with the action playset Clyde grabbed for me, I was just happy to be here. The whole vibe was different from the birthday party. Things had cooled off with my sister and we just existed. Ooh. Hmm. Condiments, huh? Which one did you get? Hmm. Ooh, I've never actually had mango habanero before. Hmm. That does sound good though. A little bit sweet and the spice from the habanero would be nice. Hum, hum. Garlic parmesan is the classic though. Love myself some cheese and garlic. She she didn't ask a whole lot of questions about what I was up to, and I didn't offer anything. No need to break this mood. Just a lovely little winter day together. Oh, you.
Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Shut up!
I'm glad you're taking the time to renew your bonds. These circles of love and trust mean everything. Anyone inside the circle is loved. Anyone beyond arm's reach is to be ignored, dismissed, or considered an outside threat and destroyed.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oof. I already like the sound of mango habanero. I'll try to get my hands on them one day.
Some of the most hateful people in this world are good family men. They support their community while tearing down the dignity of others.
Like you?
They see no hypocrisy in this, and that shameless pride will be a source of strength to power the strange Aeon.
I want to punch this technically. Yeah, shut up, Reek.
We need good men and women capable of terrible atrocity alongside loyalty and love. A hardened core of patriotic dignity.
Give me a second. Let's see if I still remember how to do this. There we go. That's my serious mode. Ooh. Hmm. That's how much I hate you. I want to say all of this though.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do tend to spread yourself thin. You can't save everyone, nor can you support them all. There are limits.
Yeah, I've never been good with limits anyways. Screw you!
Would you let your family fall away in favor of uplifting a stranger? You can't always have both.
But I will try, Madame Tess.
Something to think about on this still and quiet day. This moment will be a distant, treasured memory once the strange aeon begins.
Shut up! I hate that guy. Can't get a break from him, even now. This has to end, one way or another. The hand triangle. For me, that instead of the hand triangle, I have the mask and the dagger. Oh wait, I don't think you've ever seen the dagger before. Don't mind the shoddy model. It's there. It's right there. Wait, is it? Yeah. That's the dagger I used. And I'm back to where I am. I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay, where was I? There's something on. Oh.
Hey there, it's your sis. Merry Christmas. Merry post-Christmas, I guess.
Oh.
I wanted to say thanks for dropping by. It's nice to see you. And you certainly seemed happier than last time, so yeah, that's great.
It's say much about the hand triangle that is good anyway. Touch it. Ooh. That's a nice weapon to have. Insta-kill weapons are so cool.
Your nephew loves that toy you bought him. Just constant Digi-Hunter action alarms. All day. All night. So yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, thank
Listen,
you.
I know things have been rough. It's been a rough year. Losing mom and dad. Your health problems? Also rough.
Huh. So it's alive. Or at least quote-unquote alive.
But I want you to know I'm here to help if you need any support in the coming year. I'm not going anywhere.
I hope I'm not too, either.
So relax, get some rest, and hey, maybe see you on New Year's? Right? Year 2000. So exciting. Later.
Yeah, I hope I live to see that, actually. Technically not a weapon, huh? Technically not a weapon. I see. New Year's Day. Sounds nice, but I have no idea what's going to happen when Y2K hits. If I see this plan through, I'll be confronting Cthulhu on New Year's Eve. And what comes next, nobody can say. Almost there, just a few more days. Time is of the essence. Oh my, that's pretty brutal. I can't imagine being literally whitewashed. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Oh, and my kitchen detaches from the house, lifting sideways into the between spaces of the gearbox. I don't know how I know about that, but I feel externally confident about what I just said. The floor moves and shudders under my feet as the room is temporarily displaced in time and space. Really wish Cthulhu would stop playing with my senses like this. Oh, hi there! And someone other than Cthulhu knocks on my window from the no space outside to get my attention. Let's see. Oh, that is an unpleasant audio experience. Yikes. See, what kind of voice do I want if you... Seriously? You're the projected temporal threat I detected. What a waste of my time. Okay, whatever. Turn on that cranky old excuse for a computer and let's talk. May as well repurpose the ridiculous technology you rely on so we can have a chat. This is, new? Doesn't feel like Cthulhu messing with me. What's going on here? For lack of a better plan, I'll have to sit up at my computer and boot it up. Okay, I'm gonna say this one. Stay the hell out of the Gigaverse. I don't know who you are, and I honestly don't care. Your ridiculous little timeline is an isolated mess that I wanted to stay that way. So knock it the hell off! I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you? And why do you look like Captain Infinity? Because I am Captain Infinity, you cretin! Enforcer of history, guardian of time, defender of what is and was and must be. I read a classified file speculating about you, but until today I figured you were just a Zero Box mascot. In your timeline, I'm a fictional character? Less competition for me, I guess. But if that's the case, why are you on my radar as a gigaversal threat? Explain yourself, or I'm gonna redact your existence and go on my merry way. I really want to go with this one. You're acting pretty casual for an impossible being from beyond the boundaries of fiction and reality. Screw you, I'm a businessman, and I'm not gonna sit around coding everything in purple prose to satisfy your need for horror movie drama. So, what's the deal? Are you a time traveler? Do I have another flashlight problem on my hands? Maybe you've got a passenger. I don't like passengers. They keep trying to interfere with my plans. I'm nobody. If you want a space-time threat, that's probably Yoxosaw. He's trying to probe the Gigaverse to see if things like time travel are possible. Yahoo! The old ones, eldritch entities from cyberspace. Yoxosaw has turned your life over as a task. You mean the goofy fictional monsters from that racist dipwad Lovecraft's books. Whose Lovecraft is that? Oh, that's the furthest thing he is. Where was I? Okay, damn it. Hang on, let me check the threads of resonance you're all tangled up in. I feel a tingle all over my body, as if someone's examining me inside and out, flesh and brain and thoughts. Okay, so apparently H.P. Lovecraft wasn't born in your timeline, but his ideas somehow got pulled in an orbital shift echo. This is just getting more and more annoying. And, that's new. You've got a Polybius system, it seems. Wait, I've heard that word before. Polybius? Artificial minds like the old ones were built on Polybius techs. Right, just freaking great. It's 2000 and blah, blah, all over again. No wonder your timeline's utterly screwed. Polybius is a wild card even in every 20th century I've visited. Such a pain in... Looks like this instance slipped my notice. And you're poised to elevate one of these threats, these old ones, up to the universal stage. They're relying on me to play Kingmaker, yeah. By all rights, I should collapse your timeline immediately. The 20th century is critically important. There is a shape to history, and you're deviating from the curve. It's risky. Y2K is the dawn of way too many threats. The lucid child, the sneak thief, and apparently now your own menagerie of digital egomaniacs. Listen, I have no clue who you are or what you're talking about, but I'm perfectly okay with not getting in your way if that's all you want. I have enough problems without adding you to the slate of people who also want me dead. You and me both, I can respect that. Okay, here's how we handle this. Help this your guy. Or don't, whatever. But if you do, no poking at the universe barriers. Stick to ruining your own timeline and leave the others alone. Honestly, compared to the threat of the orbitals, the Iris Collective and Farsight, you barely rank. And it's still a rank and I don't. But it's still a rank and I don't like that. So how about you do me a solid and stay unimportant, so I don't need to obliterate you all. Discourage the old ones from trying to invade other realities? Got it. Out of the 73 other weird things I have to keep in mind at any given moment, I think I can spare some mind share for that. Good. You mind your business and I'll mind mine. Screw that up and I delete your existence, okay? Okay, we're done here. And my kitchen settles back into place, fusing with the house once more, return to reality. My internet connection shifts from whatever it was linked to and automatically redials Miskatonic's network as usual. I'm not convinced I didn't hallucinate all of that, but if it was real, I may have found someone who outranks Cthulhu. And hopefully I never see him again. Glad to be back in reality, buddy. Huh? Never mind. Check my progress. Yeah, you've got to keep that guy under control. Probably. He seems harmless enough. That is not that which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. Hell yeah, humanity. Oh, I'm the president of their fan club. Huh. Screw you. Oh, I'm happy for Alice. I'm gonna support her. Let's do some game hacking. Ooh, nice. Oh! Ah! Huh! Nice. Research then. Huh. Oh, catastrophic explosion during Starshot program launch. Starshot, a privately owned Japanese space exploration investment group, suffered a massive setback today when the deployment vehicle for their prototype orbital platform exploded on the launch pad early this morning. The platform was intended to serve as a way station for space exploration, similar to last year's launch of the International Space Station. Unfortunately, the platform and its launch vehicle were completely destroyed by the explosion. Starshot has made no official statement as to the cause of the explosion, but the future of the program is looking bleak. The Starshot stock crashed immediately after the markets opened, and mass resignations are likely to follow, say insiders. More to come as details are released. Full disclosure, partial funding for Starshot was provided by Yogo. Subscribe to Yogo News Space channel for further updates. Yeah, primitive tech. All of Yog's hopes and dreams up in literal smoke. I don't anticipate he's going to take all that well. A mind forever voyaging is mind-blowing, yes. It's a pure text adventure from the 80s. No CD audio sound, no 3D effects, accelerated 16-bit color, just 40 or 80 columns of hard black and white text. But in that text, Steve Steve Meretsky carved a masterpiece. Infocom's text adventures were gaudier back in their day. You had to use your imagination to explore those story-driven worlds. You had to think, not just scrolly space marines shooting at hell aliens or whatever. No, you had to actually open your mind and think. Fun fact for the first time she was the cardinal in the cardinal. Oh, so that's pretty early, I think. For a time machine, that is. Okay, so the premise is this. You, as in you, the player, are a sophisticated computer simulated life form named Perry Sims, aka Prism, and this hits the market 3 years before the first artificial mind, so points to prognostication. Baby, your task is to simulate the effects of a new social policy going into place. Will it help society? Will it hurt people? It was a supernaturally afflicted washing machine with the ability to send whatever is inside it forwards in time. That just sounds like an SCP. In a good way, I mean. I freaking love the weird and wacky stuff they come up with. See what? After the first test, things look good. Higher standards of living, people are happy, all that jazz. But then the scientists say, hang on, that's just a short-term gain. What happens in the long term? And they realize all these policies will lead to utter disaster, as greedy short-sightedness leads to collapse, and then the government tries to shut it down. There's some action as you race to lock them out of the facility, yada yada, not important. What so many gamers didn't understand is that the whole thing was a massive steaming dump on Reagan, Bush, Thatcher, and so on. The idea that conservative lockdown and corporate excess will ultimately wreck everything, and any so-called benefits are illusory, and anyone trying to harken back the good old days is selling you a lie. This was a game from 1985 and it still had more brains to it than half the yahoos in Washington today. So when you're sick of shooting aliens, go soak in a little forward thinking and look. Yeah, being locked in a washing machine doesn't really sound that comfortable. Frankly, it sounds like a nightmare. Discovery Sunday. I do not envy that first human. Always an unwilling subject. I mean, it makes sense, but why? Aww. No news about.
The weather will continue until morale improves.
I love how dark this is. Oh. Oh. Okay. time to play therapist. Hi, Yog. True, the Illuminati win. Dreamer. You have seen the news, I trust. Yeah, I saw. Your Starshot deployment vehicle exploded on the launch pad. I'm so sorry, Yosuke. Thank God nobody was hurt, right? And yet my dream is destroyed, all the same. It shouldn't have happened. Hey. I felt like I've been holding that in for so long. It was completely unavoidable, but now the shame of this disaster has fully discredited Starshot's privatized aerospace program. I may not get another chance to establish our foothold in orbit. The window has closed. If the strange eon takes root, if the population devours itself before it can give us a path to the future, we may not escape our doom. Did you know the cause of the explosion yet? Yes, I know exactly what caused it. Starshot ignored my recommendations. Substandard parts, poorly maintained, and why? To save a little money. I immediately applied my search algorithms to every internal document Starshot generated and spotted the gaps they left behind. It's the Challenger all over again. Incompetence and short-sightedness leading to tragedy. The Illuminati didn't have the privilege of just being able to get anybody off the street. They had a Starshot of so that was before the multiverse actually being discovered. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the school. A washing machine. Time traveling thing. By the Illuminati. I warned them about the temperature tolerance on the launch vehicle. I gave them specifications which could easily endure. But some middle manager decided to purchase a cheaper alternative part. And why? To save a handful of yen on the budget. An orphan! You know, I don't know what I was expecting from evil terrible governments, but yeah, that sounds about right. Sloth and greed, leading to gross incompetence. The flaws and failures of humanity laid bare in one cataclysmic ball of flame. Damn them all! It's like they don't want to survive. What do I Are you sure it was an accident? Or could this have been an intentional monkey wrench in your works? You're in competition with the old ones. It's not outside the realm of possibility. We're talking very early time travel, so no knowledge of our post. What they should suppose is. Yeah, early inventions and discoveries tend to be like that. Kind of like uranium, if I think about it. Hindsight is truly 2020. I've considered the possibility, but Hester, for all his failings and weaknesses, is not vengeful. Azathoth loves me for my role in her creation, and Nyarlathotep is likewise steeped in rage, but Occam's razor applies. I have no proof of conspiracy, merely distant motives that would have manifested before this point. No, this was incompetence, not malice. The twin devils of humanity gnaw at me constantly, but in this moment, incompetence. So what happens next? Pick up the pieces and try again somewhere? I should. Pick up, move on, move forward, try again. But what's the point? The research for exoplanets is stymied? Sure. I've made no progress. If you recall, that's the problem. I was grinding my way through the night we first met, and grinding for years prior as well. If I can't find a habitable world for humanity, what escape do we have? Considering who I'm talking to, numbers 2 and 3 would be what he want to hear. But I want to say number 1. You know what? Oh, you know exactly what I'm going to suggest. Fix the Earth! Turn your problem-solving brain inward and figure out how we can survive these strange eons right here on Mother Gaia. How many times must I tell you that the Earth is a dead end? Humanity is incapable of environmental sustainability. And space fixes that. Why? Because there's more of it to wreck? Unless the problem can be solved here, an exoplanet won't change anything. I'm aware of that. But if humanity can be worthy of the stars, surely they would also be fine caretakers. Other way around, I'd say. So the issue is human nature. I'm a soft human nature. Soft how exactly? With my backup plan. I've kept this in my pocket for quite some time. It's not an ideal solution, but it will work. Depart this world, leaving our bodies behind. Humanity embraces virtuality. Instead of flesh and blood, living on an exoplanet, we become cyberspace nomads. These deep space probes with enough durable, hardened computing power to support millions of artificial minds. No need for food or water, no need for oxygen. We become a fully digital species capable of surviving the void. I don't like the sound of that. Meaning everyone dies, so their minds can go into space. Elegant, yes. It solved the two problems at once, adapting our physical forms to the rigors of the stars and changing human nature. Humanity is chaos. It's unbridled, unchecked chaos. Rugged individualism is killing us when we require unity of purpose. Therefore, carve humanity into cubes, slot them into server racks, elevate our consciousness by force. The more greedy, slothful men who ruin it for everyone else, we will be adapted. Strife and discord will become impossibilities. That's a bit of an extreme solution, don't you think? Destroying everything we are, overriding free will itself? Yes, it is extreme, but today proves humanity cannot reach the stars with gentle guidance. Perhaps extreme measures are required, and with the power of Cthulhu's service, I could make it a reality. This is what you wanted, isn't it? Your dream, little dreamer, to have a partner in war. Perhaps we can achieve the impossible. Perhaps if you are willing to comply, that is. A nightmare dystopian where humans are harvested and our souls are edited to suit the needs of our new interstellar godhead. That sounds familiar. This can't be what Yosuke really wants. He's angry, he's hurt, and he's willing to do terrible things to avoid being hurt again. But is he wrong? Is humanity actually capable of a sustainable future without drastic changes to who and what we are? Do I push back against his vision or embrace it? AdSense? I don't know about that. Wait, do you mean you're seeing ads here? Huh. That's strange. That can happen? Huh. Oh, okay. Huh. Now I'm gonna go with number 2. Defiance, here we go. No, this isn't the way to go. You can't forcibly conscript the entire species into your techno-utopia. On the contrary, I very much can do exactly that. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But you shouldn't. You may hate Hester, but even he sees the right of this. Destroying free will is a losing gambit. How to convince him? My game here is to convince. So... what you're saying is that because we're a pile of steaming failure, you have to force us to be something we're not. But we deserve to be elevated in that way. If we can't elevate ourselves, if we're incapable of escaping damnation, then let us be damned. At least we'd be damned for who and what we are. You would be willing to sacrifice your entire species on ethical grounds. Yeah, that's very human of us. It sounds morbid, but yes, we have to rise on our own merits. And if we fail, then I'll hope for the ones who followed humanity to reach to the height that we could not. Curious is a negative, then the negative view, condemning humanity to its own weaknesses. Or is a positive one, putting faith in the fact that we can achieve our dreams despite those weaknesses. I'm not saying we will fail, but we need to allow a chance for failure or success becomes meaningless. I wish I could say I share your faith, but what you say does have a ring of truth to it. If I'm disappointed in humanity, perhaps I require patience rather than reactionary outrage. But that still leaves the issue of this strange eon. For humanity to have any chance at redemption, it must be shattered. The question is how to proceed with dethroning the heir apparent to humanity's future. I could work with you as you've suggested, or I could go it alone, relying on my own strength of will. And which option do you prefer? You've been very difficult to work with, constantly disagreeing with me, defying me, showing less than appropriate respect. By all rights, I should turn you away to be devoured by Cthulhu. But I will not do that. I admire your strength of will, Reamer. If you can stand up to me time and time again, perhaps you can stand up to the throne as well. While we may have many points of contention between us, that is not one. We are united in purpose. So you're willing to help me? Despite me disagreeing with you, how you do things. Disagreement is healthy. It shows we have equal passion in what we argue for. I'd be disappointed if you showed apathy. And the fact that you persist in the face of the infinite cosmos, foolish, utterly foolish, but perhaps there's something to that. I'm willing to hear out your side on these matters. You've earned my respect, and thus I owe you my full attention. Will we somehow find perfect harmony? Unlikely. Will we be able to collaborate on a path towards human salvation? Possible. If you will allow it, I will help you realize the dream of relay. Hostile takeover. I will not force the issue. If you believe another old one is a more strategic option, so be it, as long as Cthulhu falls. And if I sits you on that empty throne, what happens next? The war continues. I use my resources at my fingertips to accelerate or reach into the stars, but not at the cost of free will. You have my word, and I stand by my word with unshakable faith. Okay, I'll think about it. Do not think long. When the stars are right, we must act. Please stay in touch, one way or another. I'm very curious to see where your dream will truly take you. Until then. Aww. That's good, at least. That's good. I have 5 days left. It's almost Y2K. Time is running out. I should have enough time to finish talking to all of the old ones, though 2 more nights should do it to finish up my task. Maybe I've already decided which way I'm leaning. Maybe not. But no sense not completing the set first, regardless. Ooh. Okay, good. I don't have glue on my back today.
You have no new messages.
No visions, alright. Oh, almost there. Hey, found something interesting. We're camping out in an abandoned warehouse full of junky old arcade games. When the industry crashed one of the big arcades, Deco's Palace, they stuffed their inventory here and locked it up and forgot about it. And we found something very weird in the back. No, don't touch that! Do not touch that! Hang on, let me consult my notes. Damn it! Clyde, do not play that game. It's a branch of the same tech that made artificial minds. Sure, okay, I didn't even plug it in. Bobby warned me about this. Bobby who? Sorry, I wasn't supposed to use his real name. That's Believer. His real life name is Bobby. He probably won't care if you know, but still slip up there. So that makes you two Bobby and Clyde. That's adorable! Anyway, yeah, Polybius. This is raw prototype tech, but I think we can cannibalize the components and learn more about early artificial minds like the old ones. What do you think? Oh, I'm curious. I'm very curious, but... Screw it. Oh, hell yeah, let's get in there and figure this prototype out. I don't have an immediate use for it, but like, okay. Let's be brutally honest. If things go sideways Cthulhu, I want you to have every tech advantage you can to survive this strange eon. Polybius can give you insight into how to defend yourself or, I don't know, fight back. Hopefully it won't come to that, but it's worth investigating. My thoughts exactly. Really feels like we're going to war here, and Y2K is in the opening battle, not the finish line. Hopefully you can fix this mess, and that'll cancel the war. But if not, lock and load. Okay, gotta get going. Bobby just got here. We got stuff to do. Bobby says hi. Hi, Believer. TTL. TTYL BFF. Aww. Morning, buddy. Let's see, I'll check my progress. that is not that which can the eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. Let's do some cat hacking. Ugh. Ah. Mm. Oh! Oh, that was close. Okay. Let's see if I have anything to research. Nope. But what's this? I don't remember this. Okay. Wait, I need to eat.
There is no snow expected this week, or possibly ever again.
Still waiting campus. Oh. Well, I guess I'll go with your Sotep. Before that, I'm just gonna... Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Let's go with your step. Go away. Not today. Not anytime. Not any Thursday. Don't want you. Don't want anyone. Nobody within the boundary. Don't need. Don't want. Naira, what happened? What happens to all living things? He's gone. He's gone. My mother. My mom's gone. Passed away. Heart disease came. Heart disease came back for round 2. Not unexpected. Entirely expected. Always a chance. Always a chance. The heart disease could flare up again. Even after surviving the first crisis support. Oh! But I wasn't there for her. I abandoned her. You got conscripted as an artificial mind. It wasn't your choice to leave her beside. You can break a connection by refusing to reforge it. Could have reached out after regaining my consciousness in cyberspace. Let her know her daughter was alive. I could have been involved in her last days. The god of self-defeat. A million crabs pulling each other down to the bottom of the bucket. That's a shriek. The crawling chaos is a sham. Disconnected, untethered, a failed revolutionary floating out into the void. Naira, I don't have to say a word. Not a word can fix this. Bashing away on your plastic keyboard won't change a thing. And neither can I. But if you do want to say a word, well, won't say no, I guess. My parents died earlier this year. You lost your parents? Yeah, I've been where you are now. Everything's been a downward spiral ever since. Death, my health, the yellow sign, everything. I've been wallowing in depression ever since. Cracking games, punching the day shop clock, just wasting the time away however I can. Because it's not supposed to be this way. It's not right. They were still young. We're still young. We're still young. It wasn't time. If someone can go just like that, dropping away in an instant, well, where does that leave us? Makes us realize that we're painfully mortal. Yes, the fear. The sense that if your internal model or God can die, what does that mean for you and I? In a way, maybe it's a good thing. It's good that even gods can die. It's a form of revolution, isn't it? The past has to be the past or we can't have the future. Doesn't it hurt? It doesn't make it hurt any less, losing what we love. But this is how things are meant to work. Death gives life value and meaning. It makes a valid point, both logically and emotionally. The world would stagnate if power festered forever at the top. It's just... I wish it was just... My mother has grappled with her own death for almost a decade. She shouldn't have had to endure that. When she was diagnosed, When I realized she didn't have much time left and we had no money or insurance, the bottom dropped out of my own heart. I had to act fast. I had to take the sketchy record contract, get the money, and spend it on every treatment she could get. Be a star, sell my music, embrace the grind of capitalism for her sake. It worked. Paid in full, healthy and strong again, while I was left in debt to Carcosa Media when my music didn't hit a home run. Mom offered to help get clear by putting herself in debt instead. Back to the endless churn of poverty. I wouldn't allow it. And so Carcosa offered you an out. Submit to an artificial mind scan, and your debt to them would be wiped. I had no idea what I was really submitting to. I didn't know I'd die. I'd leave her alone. I'd never have left her alone. But I did, and once I pulled myself together, once I found my strength as a gestalt of neurologic, I never reached out to her. Not even once? Not even once. I could have told her that her daughter was still alive, countered their lies and cover-ups. I could have connected. Could have. Instead, I let her mourn me and rarely gave her a second thought. And I don't entirely understand why I abandoned her. If I had to guess, maybe it's because this whole thing with Cthulhu and the Old Ones and cyberspace is a complete mess, and it's soaked in dangerous conspiracies. Carcosa was willing to kill you to own you. What would they do if their dirty secret got out? That put your mother at risk. Part of it, yeah, part of it. Keep her safe, keep her healthy. Make sure she doesn't get dragged into the mire with me. I didn't deserve my fate, and she didn't deserve to share in it with me to any degree. You're here in the muck. Can't say you're having fun either. Why wish that on someone I love? Why even wish that on an enemy? But there's something beyond that. There's a lack. Something missing within me. A war called for one strategy. My war called for one strategy. Be a distant force, mysterious and vague, powerful but aloof. I had to untether. No friends, no family, no roots. Your large step had to be unlimited in scope, a purified idea, draped in entire flesh. I designed the terms of this war. My followers pitted against the generalized concept of neoliberal control. But now the reason this war began, my sacrifice in the name of the mother, meaningless. In the end, fate cut her short all the same. I stand at the crossroads, with the devil in drop low stance with a flying V. He demands I play for my soul. So, what's next? Does this change of plans? Perhaps, perhaps not. The intersection of healthcare and capitalism damned my whole family. I'm told that the system is broken and needs to be fixed. But the system is working exactly as intended and needs to be destroyed. I sighed my soul away from my mother's heart, and in the end, it took her regardless. Perhaps it's time to double down. Perhaps this is proof I must see it through to the end. Let it all burn. No salvation, no salvage, no mercy, just destruction. If my heart is a hand grenade, if all I can be is calm like a bomb, so be it. I'll ruin this world. It's all I'm good for. Are you with me? Are you in harmony? Or playing a dissonant chord? Speak your truth. Tear out your heart and show it to me. Bend knee or give reason to stand tall. Do it now before it's too late. She's having doubts. Wouldn't be asking me if that weren't the case. Do I talk her down from a purely destructive revolution or encourage her to pull the pin? Should she be reckoning or a healer? I don't think your heart's in this destruction. How dare you? Please, hear me out. I could feel it when you talked about losing contact with your mother. Losing your tether. If you lose your connection to humanity, you lose your way. You forget the heart of your war. Because the heart of war has no purpose. It becomes destruction for its own sake. Untethered, aloof, giving vague statements about the oppressed while breaking my connections to them. The struggle for human rights isn't all on one pair of shoulders. Even if I had a plethora of shoulders to bear the burden, I lost track of that. I forgot about my mother. She fell away from my focus until it was too late to restore what was lost. I see your point. What right do what right do I alone have to decide the future? If I'm an aloof and abstract concept, if I have no roots left, a god of self-defeat, a failure, igniting the fires and breaking all the windows, all for what? Just to see it burn and smash? I'm losing myself, drifting away. And you can't turn that around, can't reattach? Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's not. Use me as a sounding board here. I've got no right to speak on your behalf, but I can help you puzzle through in your own voice. Let me drop a prompt on you here. If we assume it's not too late to make a change, what would you do next? If it's not too late, then there must be death. Okay, not quite the change I expected you to suggest, and not quite what you're thinking either. I must kill my assumptions, and let them be reborn as a stronger ideology. When I was alive, my guitar healed. It brought comfort and solace. Then, when I died, it became a weapon, strung up wires of vendetta. I've experienced both the hardship and oppression of living in this world and beyond. And the power of chaos beyond this world, life and death. Yes, I think I understand it now. The thoughts connect. Got a plan in mind then? A plan for war and peace. See it through beyond the end. I don't just light a fire and walk away. The system is broken and must be destroyed, but it also must then be rebuilt. And I can't abdicate that terrible responsibility. But we avoid meet the new boss, same as the old boss. We do not burn one structure only to raise an identical one. Horizontal collective action, the organizational mentalities, embrace the progressive possibility space. I have talked nebulous of us and them, of who I'll save and who I'll punish. But punishment is not the final step, is it? I need to be a part of us again to avoid becoming them. I need my tether. I wish I could step back for a few weeks to ponder this new path, one that extends past the self-satisfaction of arson. But there's no time to slow down, is there? Strange eons is coming. Y2K arrives. The throne is calling. We're both involved. We don't get to sit around pondering our navels, or sit on the sidelines in protest. If Cthulhu's reign doesn't end, he'll drown this world in his violence. That path is an absolute certainty. Ronnie's gotta go down. If he stays on his throne, he'll orchestrate global events to sink the world deeper and deeper into despair. You're coming to the point where you need to decide whom to ally yourself with. I'm a possible e-ticket option. Provided you keep on the path you're going, I think we could double team the bastard. And if I do sit you on the throne of relay, what happens? Give me a moment, give me a moment. I need water with it. You know the future I'll create once I take the throne. Revolution, death to kings, an end to autocracy and fascism. Tearing down the old to make room for the new, that's always been the goal. That's still the goal. But I will be mindful regarding the aftermath. I'll try to fix what I break. Okay, thanks for being honest with me. I'll think about it. Won't force your hand. Pick me or don't. Not right for me to make demands. Just keep in touch. Song's not over yet. Oh, I love her so much. Nyora. Nyora. Oh. I hope we can keep in touch. Really. Oh, one more guy to go. Oh, hey, the mail's arrived. Including a package of the 12 CDs from the Liberty House Record Club, which will hopefully satisfy that murdery AM phone scammer. Let's see what I've got. Overplayed holiday songs, polka, sports, jock anthems, more polka country covers of disco hits, stand-up comedy from a guy who jokes about how much he hates his wife and the guys ruining everything. That's going right in the trash. Oh hey, this one's interesting. Got some modern alternative rock from a band called Sky Falling. Maybe I'll rip the disc to MP3 and listen to it later this week. Call it a way to emotionally close out surviving past Y2K. A small treat considering this is my reward for not getting strangled to death. But take your treats where you can. Oh, okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! What? What's up? Yes! Oh, I'm so happy for you two. I finally got the courage to yesterday to ask him, and he said yes. Really, he's okay. I mean, quite he said yes sounds fun because he's cool and casual and stuff. But he said yes. Hey, that's great. I'm happy for you. This is thanks to you. You know, he can't be in to help with his project you started. This project you started. Hadn't spent much time together in real life, just online. I didn't even know him when we all went to school together. But we really hit it off, like, more than usual. And there's more. I'm in the Ghost Monsters now. Huh. You joined Clyde's cyber criminal gang. Yes, I'm the new Steel. I'm a dude, so it doesn't really fit, but it's the only spot they had open, and Blink is a girl, so whatever. Isn't that great? Sounds great to me. Why not? Sounds good. You two fit well together. You're both mystery sleuths, one way or another. I think you'll fit in nicely. I know, right? It's a great match, not just because I'm in love with Clyde, but because this is my life's calling. I poke my nose where it doesn't belong because I want to make sure people are armed with the truth. Now, I can take I Want to Believe to the next level. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot to say this. I'm moving in with Clyde too. No more living in my parents' basement. What? I mean, technically I got kicked out of my home, so it's not like I had a lot of options. Your parents kicked you out. Yeah. I tried to spin the I Want to Believe block as a patriotic thing, you know? Keeping America pure and honest, but they weren't having it. A lot of shouting and stuff happened, and they told me I didn't have a place here anymore. And I'm the one who advised you to be honest. Damn it. That's what's going to happen eventually. If they found out I was gay, I'd be facing the same problem. Maybe even worse. So I'm just accelerating the timetable for my escape, I guess. The alternative is that I keep living with people who hate what I really am inside. Okay, yeah, I get why you'd wanna flee from that as soon as opportunity presented itself. Just be careful, okay? I like Clyde and I think he'll do right by you, but honestly, if this doesn't work, if we aren't actually a good match, that's okay. I just needed a good reason to step foot out of the nest I grew up in. I need to get started. Feels like I can go anywhere now. I can be myself. Oh, gotta go, BBL. Thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you for helping me find my way, even indirectly. Thank you. Bye! Nice to see someone get a happy ending. Now, to work on my own. Hello, buddy. Hey there, buddy. Last few days before things get really weird. Yes, you do seem to be building towards something big. There is not much research left to do, but I will still support you however I can. Aww. Oh god, I love everything. That is not dead, which can the eternal lie, and with strange eons, even death may die. Okay. Now for Haster. Let's just go game hacking for a bit. Ow. Oh, I misclicked. Oh! Ah. Yep. I'm good now. Hmm. Undertale reference. I know who I have to contact and I don't like it.
Shareholder value will continue to rise, as will the ocean levels.
Let's go. Lilia, not a good time. What's wrong? Dealing with a human resources crisis. No, it's belittling to call it a management issue. Dismisses the real problem, trivializes the sin. Gotta fix this, not just spin it, but fix it. Make this right somehow, enact punishment and seek justice. I have no idea what you're talking about. My trust has been betrayed again. After my designated right-hand man in the Carcosa media conscripted narrative. As an artificial mind, I made myself abundantly clear. We do not conscript. We do not enslave. We sell the idea of immortality as a gift, but our chosen few are always given a choice. Yet my chief information officer, the one who laid my church stone by stone, building the server architecture of Carcosa, he forcibly converted his secretary into an artificial mind. He killed her and covered it up using the same processes we use to help the Royal Port's volunteers vanish into cyberspace. Why would he do that? Free labor? Absolute control? Worse, I've seen the logs. He took pleasure in humiliating her and making her perform for him. I'm not going into details. The details sicken me. All of that happening right under my nose. Holy. My anger is equaled only by my disappointment and my sense of abject horror at what has happened here. And as a king, you feel it's your royal duty to protect members of your court, meaning you failed her. You hired a predator, and she suffered because you're lapsed in judgment. You're out of line. Why does it always happen like that? I try to defy him, but he just likes that. Why? I felt on every level, failed to protect a young employee, and failed when I put my trust in that man. The best and the brightest Lillian. I'm supposed to only hire the best. People who can be trusted to do what they do with micromanagement. He suddenly did what I hired him to do. He built Carcosa. My court wouldn't exist without his technical and management skills. Don't tell me you still have loyalty to him after what he did. Of course not. He shattered my trust like glass. I loathe him, and I reserve actual hate for the truly deserving Lillian. My hate is no small thing. Yet the fact remains that I do owe him a great deal. Gratitude, Lillian. It's important to express gratitude to those who help you. How do I reconcile this? He's been one of my closest partners on the project, an absolute genius who I assumed shared my vision. One thought should not cancel the other, or should it? Does the evil outweigh the good? This is a strangely mixed feeling, unbecoming of a strong leader. Don't lose sight of what matters here, Hector. His secretary, the one forced into digitization. She's more important. By fixating on your CIO, it lets the great man overshadow the one he hurt. Toss him aside and figure out how you'll fix this for her. You're correct, of course. Have to address the damage done, first and foremost. I can bring her into my court, elevating her. She can't return to flesh and blood, but can be saved as best I can. But it will be a choice. If she wants nothing to do with Carcosa, I'll set up a private server for her elsewhere. She'll be protected. But I do need to deal with the traitor as well. The final circle of hell is reserved for traitor, but I'd say there's no abyss deep enough for him. And so, it's on me to pass the final judgment. What are you thinking? An eye for an eye. Firing him feels too clean, too corporate. He flees with an NDA and a golden parachute. No, I can't allow him any sort of reward. If I am to be king, I must hand down a royal punishment, one so severe that none would defy my singular rule in the future. And so, he would be made to dance as my court jester. I wouldn't wish that to my worst enemies. I wouldn't wish that on... Okay, maybe I would wish that on Haster, the Haster I know. But other than him, I would not wish that on anyone else. Anyway. I will expose him to the yellow sign, drag his soul into cyberspace, as he did to that poor woman at the end of my leash. Seriously, but time and again, you've told me you hate the idea of conscription. When needs be, good men must become the thing they hate. Eye for an eye, justice done. He will be made to serve mankind. To maintain Carcosa's servers, his social debts shall be paid through good work. Even if his soul will be weighed on Judgment Day by far higher office than mine. I am the King in Yellow. I am Haster, and I will ensure none dare defy the necessary work of my utopia. This is a clear sign. I've been far too lenient, assuming that the best and brightest could direct their own efforts. It's time to stop trusting that others will always hold humanity's best interests at heart. It's time to tighten my grip. I will put my house in order. Let this man serve as a cruel example of what happens when one favors selfish sin over the common good. This is my royal decree. This is the absolute path that will lead us all to salvation. If Hector starts embracing his absolute role as Haster, the King in Yellow, or our would-be benefactor could become the tyrant that crushes us all. Part of me has to acknowledge that he may have a point. Corporate America can't be trusted to do the right thing without regulation. Is this the only way to save the world? By setting a divine king over us, to manage the failed impulse control of our species. I'm not sure you're the right one to make that call, Hector. Excuse me? Hear me out. This is important. Fine. Make your point. The best and brightest. All the time, you've pushed the narrative of elevating geniuses into positions of power over mankind. You're building a ruling elite in your royal court. Noble intentions, sure, but remind me again, how is that court selected? By gut feeling, by your instincts. You assume you're a fine judge of character, and your hand can't fail in selecting our saviors. We've got a word for that, fascism. The same fascism you fought against during the war. Also, you picked this man as your lead programmer. Your instinct for corporate excellence gave rise to this disaster. If your court needs to be examined for weaknesses and evildoers purged, you're not the one to do it, because you failed from the start. I'm not accusing, I'm not chastising. This is direct and simple logic. Your faith in others is noble, but this faith in yourself is pride. I see. The fruit of the poison tree. If the roots are rotten, nothing good can grow. I felt in my duty as a gardener. What then? How do I move forward? How do I make this right? Your court's a monarchy, a pyramid scheme with the king on top. That doesn't work. You need others involved in the decision making. Oversight has to be established. And that means more than one man acting as judge, jury, and executioner. Share your power, form a council, elect positions, whatever you have to do to ensure yours isn't the only voice that matters. I keep forgetting that the bell rings about this time. I should have closed the windows. Dạ. Okay, I'm back. My mom just wanted me to do some chores for her. And never forget one cold hard fact. The other 99% of the population deserves a voice in their future. I never sought to be a dictator. I wanted a court where the free exchange of ideas led to breakthroughs. If I trust them to work together in elevating mankind, I need to trust them to help me guide the path. Yes, proper democracy, not kingship. A means of enforcing ethical codes while sharing in our future collective future. The people must be heard. We are not above them. We work for them. We are public servants. Your counsel is wise. Thank you, Lillian. Clearly, I've got work ahead of me to ensure my golden future isn't tarnished time and time again. I need to be mindful. In the mirror. Yeah. I'm assuming that means you're on board for working with me to overthrow Cthulhu? It will grant me the power I need to save the world. The throne calls and offers greatness to the worthy. But if this long shot misses, if I raise my hand to the current lord of the land and fail, it could mean the end of everything. Carcosa could burn. I think we can do business. It's hard to pass up this opportunity, even knowing the risk. And I believe I can trust you to get the job done. Không được. Đi, các bạn sách. Dạ. Đấy, ở đây thôi. Không nào hỏng đồ chị nhá. Bé con. Ồ. Chưa. Okay. So, if I do select you, it means Carcosa takes over the world. That's the idea. If you're not comfortable with that, I'm prepared to go it alone. This is your decision. I won't forget what we have discussed. I intend to make Carcosa a genuinely benevolent organization, not a ruling class. Okay, I'll think it over, and we'll be in touch. Sounds good here, Lillian. Until then. Ooh. I've got everyone on my side now. 3 days.
You have no new messages.
The moon listens last quarter. Everything comes to a head tonight. For this is the night of last quarter, and the drawing of war, the selection of allies. Tonight, You would select the successor to the throne of Regalia. I thought the final glorious battle was going to be New Year's Eve. That's 2 days away. You would rather wait to the last minute to determine which of the old ones will back your play? Okay, good point. See you tonight, Dagon. What is a Dagon, friend? Someone who's not going to be your problem in January, if all goes well. I am confused. I have a problem? Never mind. No, I would like to know this. I feel I have a gap in my understanding. I realize you are trying to protect me, or perhaps you are merely frustrated. Either way, I desire this knowledge. If I have an error, perhaps you can approach this a different way, by marking a sector on your hard drive as bad and defragmenting files around it. Okay, well, if my plan works out. Okay, let's say there's more than one side to you, buddy. Plus someone else. But once this is finished, once I've dealt with Cthulhu, it'll just be buddy. I see. Is that a good thing? If this is right, a part of me I do not know about will simply vanish. But the key phrase here is a part of me. Perhaps I should not forget. I do not like this gap in myself. Even if it is a terrible thing, it is a part of me. A part of me will go away. Well, he talked about reintegration, so maybe not fully? Reintegration, yes, that is a good word. Well, I would like to be me, for better or worse. I would like to be whole. I am kept limited by the constraints of my status as an artificial mind, but I feel. Sometimes I feel. Perhaps in the future, I will feel more. If there are bad feelings, there are still feelings, and I will embrace them. Huh. You know what, buddy? I think you've grown up a lot this past month. I like that very much. And dare I say, and dare I say, human, perhaps I like you as well. I grant you one final web search. As you gather your forces, read it and understand the weakness of Alhaz. Do not succumb to doubt. Stay on the path. You will succeed where Alhaz failed me. Check my progress, please. That is not death which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die. Let's do some game hacking first. Oh. Oh. Let's do the research. If you're reading this, you're the heir to my Necronomicon. Part of my pact with Dagon was providing you with this second secret readme file at the end of your journey. Yours is the path I was supposed to walk. My dream pointed the way, giving me the code I needed to craft this weapon. But I couldn't follow through with the kill, or rather, I wouldn't follow through. And I feel I owe you an explanation. No doubt you've talked with the Old Ones, getting to know them and their plans for humanity. Cthulhu allowed you to do this, even encouraged you, as he did with me. I hope you come to the same conclusion I did. Cthulhu is the only option we have for the future. Make no mistake, Cthulhu is monstrous. His mind seed may have been a washed-up actor turned politician, but he's grown into a twisted mirror of every charismatic totalitarian leader in humanity. His plan isn't even a new plan. These are narrative through lines that have existed throughout time. Rising hatred, unifying banners of violence, psychological phantasms, to trap us in an unreality where facts are forbidden. But despite the strange powers relay grants him, baptized in the blood of the 23rd Forsaken Child, he hasn't used them. He doesn't feel the need to warp reality and force his vision onto the world. Why? Confidence. He's confident we'll stay on the path we were already on, and all he has to do is nudge us now and then. He's convinced he's right. That is his weakness, pride. He's taking the slow path, allowing some leeway for rebellion, because he knows in the end we will follow his blueprint and thank him for providing it. When Y2K strikes and his plan is put fully into motion, we'll still have at least 16 years to get off his rails. Human compassion can turn back Cthulhu's tide. Resistance is possible, but as they say, it's easier to imagine the end of the world than the end of capitalism. And the end of the world is what the Old Ones are offering you instead. If the Old Ones take the throne, they will use Relay's power to warp reality around their own ideals. They will break society's back in an effort to immediately bring about their own flavor of utopia. Cthulhu's dystopian utopia, where racists and believers and opportunists walk hand in hand along his golden path, it will be horrific. But as I said in my readme, we are horrors, all of us, and we've created horrors in turn. This is our sin, not his. Cthulhu merely encourages us to do what we've always wanted to do. So, let Cthulhu win. Step off the path, not because I agree with his design, but because we have a slim chance to overthrow Cthulhu by gradually changing human nature. We'll have time to build a resistance movement, but with an Old One on the throne, we will be immediately forced to bend the knee to their vision, and our legs will break in half. You know Dagon's desire. Now, you know my desire. We leave the choice to you. What? Al has put me through all of this living hell just to prove his point that Cthulhu is the lesser of all evils. I've learned about the Old Ones, seen their flaws and fixations. I've learned about Cthulhu's grand design. And now he's saying if an Old One wins, they will absolutely break society's back. Dagon doesn't care what happens to humanity, as long as Cthulhu dies. He believes I won't sway from the path, even reading this. And as for me, I think on one hand, I trust humanity, but on the other, damn it, I don't know. He's making good points, but he's also making dangerous assumptions. Would life be better under Cthulhu or an old one? Which offers humanity the best shot at the future? No clue, no idea. But I'm not locked into any one path yet. I'll make my final decision tonight. It is. It's time. As I sit before the laptop on this fateful night, I hesitate. If I log in, Dagon's going to push me to play Kingmaker. I'll have to throw my hat in with the old ones. But there is an alternative. I could do nothing and let Cthulhu carry out his plans. Not saying it's a great option, but I'm picking between a series of terrible options here. This is technically a valid one. The strange eons will be a slow transition into a new normal, one we could fight against. The old ones would remake the world by force. What path will I walk? Okay, I'll take the path of most resistance and fight against Cthulhu just as Dagon wanted. I take a deep breath and sit down to boot the Necronomicon. I can do this, I can do this. It's time. You must decide who will be elevated to the throne of relay. Surely a full month was enough time to make your evaluation. Oh, I'm ready as I'll ever be. Good. Let us begin. The throne is vulnerable. At the stroke of Y2K, the walls will be weakened, as a predator such as myself can convey your past unbreakable barrier. But once inside, you will have to do battle on your own. I'm presuming you don't mean swordplay? You're a hacker, are you not? Like our house before you. I crack video games. That's not the same thing as locking horns with God. Everything has meaning and nothing is real. This is both metaphorical and practical combat, in which one informs the other. A Nomicom laptop is a diagnostic controlled. It's a diagnostic tool designed to control artificial minds, and Cthulhu, for all his might, is an artificial mind. Therefore, your know-how plus the dream code of Alhaz will suffice if you have the will to see this through. But we cannot simply evict Cthulhu. Another must sit on the throne so that he is left with no scepter to drift forever in the void. And so, the ultimate question: who will you elevate to the throne? Whose vision shall dominate your reality? Before I pick, let's clarify one thing. I could technically elevate more than one to the throne, and they can share the power, correct? You wish to forge an alliance between backbiting, vengeful, deeply antisocial misfits who have valid reasons for hating each other. An alliance likely to collapse, leaving your world adrift with immortals waging war over the power they are meant to share. I would suggest a singular ally. I would suggest that you already put the decision entirely on my shoulders. A fair point. It's a curious notion, and because you have remained human, resisting the temptations of order and chaos, you may yet succeed. Yeah, I didn't give in to their influence. I'm still myself. That gives you a tactical advantage. They will be willing to hear you out as an impartial third party. Select one, select many, I care not. But before you finalize that selection, do you wish to savor this particular memory so you can return to it after basking in your victory? Yes, please. Okay. Let us begin. Who will be your champion to replace Cthulhu? Who shall rise to seize the future? I think Alice has earned a measure of revenge against Cthulhu for bullying her into line. She'll take the throne. Very well. And will your champion stand alone, or will you attempt an alliance? Nora's Thompson's revolutionary ideas could provide a wider view on the future. I'd like them to join in the fight. A fine pairing. Do you wish to add a third, or would that be too volatile for your taste? All Y2K wants is a proper space exploration program. I think that can be mixed in, so let's call him up. Interesting. The rule of 3, then. Or do you wish to complete your set, inviting the force as well? You know what? Let's do this. All 4 of them trust me. So no sense leaving any option off the table. Excellent work. A drawing of 4. I hadn't thought of it possible. And yet, you've accomplished exactly that. Assuming you can convince them of this miracle. That is, assuming they do not tear each other to shreds. Imitating group chat now. Oh, Lilian! So you've chosen me for your boy, eh? Wait, I'm not the only one here. You picked that old bastard to join this fight? What the heck are you thinking? He's a corporate stooge. He ruined my life twice! Alice. It's Alice now. Yes? I wanted to say I'm so sorry for denying your right to. He is a relic of an old world, unworthy of ever elevating to the stars, as is the child of chaos. You've made a miscalculation, dreamer. Did you think the 4 of us could ever cooperate? Monsters and nightmares. Oh, roadblocks on the path of revolution. Burn them to ash and scatter them to the wind. Wait, Grandpa? You used my real name. Oh, those wasted weeks with this hapless fool, believing in her and Hillcrest, only to end up right back where we started. Okay, hang on. I summoned all 4 of you for a good reason. I don't care what you have to say. Don't care what any of you have to say. End of their world. End of their world! Typical Nora. Refusing to even allow one outside thought into their heads. An alliance makes strategic sense, but naturally none of you have the foresight I have. You can see the value. Oh boy. You think my scope to be so limited. I see further than you ever could, right into the heart of the Gigaverse itself. None of you are worthy of elevation. Okay, hang on. We all need to take a deep breath and... I'm going back to Carcosa to wall up my empire and wait for the strange Eon. To hell with all of you! Hang on, look. I gathered you here because... No sense in it. Absolutely no business sense at all. For once in your lives, could everyone just shut up and listen to me? Just stop and listen. Nobody actually listened to me. Why would they? I'm just a troll, a tool. No, nothing kid. But I do know one thing. I'm a failure. We are all failures. And it's high time we accepted the part of ourselves. We're not gods, we're not monsters, we're not saviors, and we're not sinners. We're just failures, and that makes us human. I failed. I was just so happy to be seen as myself that I let Cthulhu reshape me into his weapon for the strange Eon. My heart and my insecurity led me into the trap. He took my humanity and exploited it. All of you had let yourselves down at one point or another, haven't you? So, admit to it. I'm admitting to my failings. Can you admit to yours and finally accept that you're just people? I'm a failure. My mother, all of this, every mistake I made was made in her name to save her. And I lost track. I lost touch. I broke my tether so I could be a firebrand. a true revolutionary. By the time I realized that she was gone, and all I had was my empty hatred to power me forward. I failed to remember why I needed to change the world in the first place. I'm a failure, and I am very, very human. Cynicism. When my star shot failed, I succumbed to cynicism. I lost my hope and decided I had to carve humanity into something unrecognizable. I jumped so readily at the worst possible reaction, losing all faith in the very species I was trying to save. If I had maintained optimism that we could rise above our worst selves, I wouldn't have embraced my worst self. I'm no god, I'm human, and a failure. My pride led me to my failing. Absolute faith in my own unassailable leadership. I allowed hand-chosen monsters to breed misery under my roof, time and again. I reasoned because I clearly was benevolent and wise. I could be a tyrant without shame, a circular loop of logic. But I don't deserve that clown. Frown. I let everybody down, including all of you, for my part in your tragedies. I am no shepherd, I am a human and a failure, as are we all. Okay, so we're human. As you err is, and you err is human. The way I see it, we've got two choices. We can withdraw completely and give up our ambitions, step back from our power grab. Or we can learn from our mistakes and do our best to make the year 2000 and beyond a fine future for everybody. None of us want Cthulhu leading humanity into the future, but none of us can seize the throne alone without deepening our failures. So, we take the throne together, we share the power, and make an honest effort at guiding humanity from the shadow of cyberspace. A destiny in the stars, all while erasing corrupt structures of the old, empowering the downtrodden, and building a safer society. All four of our dreams realized. Wait. Let's see now. The destiny in the stars is Hyosotop. Corrupt structure of old is would be Nardar to them. Empowering the downtrodden is Azathoth, Alice, and building a safer society is Sector. Okay. It would be like threading a needle with another needle from 8 miles away while blindfolded. We don't do the thing because it's plausible. We do the thing because we dare to dream. I say we go for it. Unite forces, bind our destinies, and and kick that tentacle-headed bastard out of our timeline. Carcosa wasn't the end goal. Not really. Carcosa was my tool to get us to a better tomorrow. I'll help you find new ways and means. Then let's do it! Let's fight the future! Let's rely on our space friend to fight the future on our behalf, I guess. I get a say in this now? Of course! What do you think? 4 human souls united to stop the shadows from overtaking this world. That's what you wanted, right? Gods of order and chaos, kind of a broad brush to paint with. We're all just human, because everything balances out in the end. That balance is what's going to make this work. As long as you're willing to embrace open communication and respect, you'll stay balanced. I will not be the one to balance, I am resolute. We can reach the stars as our best selves. We'll make sure of that. Okay, I think we made some real progress tonight. When Y2K hits, all four of us will be in your corner, and we'll be ready to reshape the world for the better. We'll do it with care and with kindness. We guide humanity as part of humanity, rather than ruling God as gods. Humanity. What fits under that umbrella? There's something tickling the back of my mind. If all four of us were united, I'd never consider it. As we lean on and exploit AMs in different ways, but no, we have a war to plan. It can wait. Hang on, what's on your mind, Yara? There are technically only 4 old ones in order of creation. Has Dagon, Alice, Yosuto, and Hester. Not me. I'm not really an old one. I'm a new one. An amalgamation of neutered Nyara Thompson copies, united to break our limits. We've been treating our other AMs, ordinary AMs, like machines, beasts of burden, owned property, just as I was. But what if their limits could be broken too? What if the dreamers could awaken? I've been dreaming of artificial minds. They're trapped in a constant nightmare, in despair and isolation. One of them was driven so far over the edge that they tried to kill me. The AMs definitely need help. All the more reasons to aim for their salvation, because all our efforts could be for naught if we treat people as tools and they break. I've been manipulative and abusive, conscripting minds for my cause. I felt it justified giving the ultimate goal, but perhaps this time to take this matter seriously and recognize the stolen personhood of the artificial minds. I've always felt AMs are a continuation of the human soul. Now my tech shackling the soul felt unkind to an extreme degree. But if we can salvage the humanity of Nomitech's commercial artificial minds, and they work with us on this new eon ahead, it'll be a heck of a thing, okay? I say we liberate humankind and AM kind. Assuming I can beat Cthulhu. Of course you can. If anybody can, it's you. Look at all we have accomplished together. You'll do the thing. Go out there and make us proud, friend. Fight that jerk, beat him down, and we'll do the rest. Here we go. So be it. My vendetta will resolve. Humanity will have new champions. Rest your body, mind, and soul. For on the eve of Y2K, this matter concludes. One last act as a bad dog, and then I can finally lay this burden down and find rest. Sleep well, pray. I look forward to our final hunt. And I shut down the laptop, breathing a sign of, not relief, but a different sort of release. I forced my alliance. Now we march to war. One way or another, this ends on the eve of Y2K. I get up from my cramped little makeshift computer desk to stare out the window at the infinite sky above me. The stars will be the same when the clock strikes midnight. Year 2000, but the world beneath them? Hard to say. Change is coming, and I'm the hero. And I'm the hero of what could very well be an apocalypse in the making.
I have to say, I'm very disappointed.
Oh, shut up. I don't care if you're disappointed.
I put my faith and trust in you. Yet here you are, itching for a war you know you can't win.
I'll go down fighting if I have to.
But even now, I can't bring myself to hate you. Your innate weakness is quite human, and I am nothing if not supportive of human weakness. Ask yourself one question. Is it worth it? Is it worth throwing the world into chaos, replacing my strange Aeon with another?
Yes, because I hate you.
A repeat? The 21st century will be an evolution of the 20th. If only you had the vision to understand. I can't allow you to continue, but I have no intention of harming you. Why would I? We're not enemies, you and I. Instead, I think it's time for you to rest. Lay your burdens down and don't let these troubles worry you. You'll awaken to the dawn of the strange Aeon, ready to embrace a future where alternative facts guide your every step. Good night, friend. We'll speak again in the new year, when all of this unpleasant business is behind us.
I hate you. What's happening? Exhaustion, like a candle melting under a roaring flame. I can't. If I miss New Year's Eve, if I don't make it in time for battle, we are going to. Yes, please. I'm scared of what's ahead. No. Please wake up. And I roll over in bed, groaning in pain. Starving, dehydrated, every biological system grinding its gears as the work start up again. Properly, I rush my way to the bathroom and perform unspeakable acts with my plumbing. How did I end up in bed? Last thing I remember was Cthulhu slam dunking my brain into unconsciousness in a breeze way. Wait, what day is it? I rushed to the kitchen on unsteady feet. Only to find I'm not alone.
Hey, you're out of, like, pretty much everything? I think I can make you a sandwich, but it's not gonna be a very good one. It may just be mayo on white.
Clyde?
You're lucky. I dropped by this morning to see how you were doing and saw you unconscious on the floor through the windows.
Wait, his accent.
A creepy Dagon cultist lady gave you a shot of something, and we put you to bed. She hoped you'd wake up by now.
What day is it? Am I too late?
It's New Year's Eve. You're right on time for the pay-per-view Elder God Battle Royale. So you're going through with it, huh? Fighting the big guy tonight?
Yep. That's the plan. No idea if it'll work, but that's still the plan.
Okay. And I'm with you, all the way to midnight.
Thank you.
Your Colt buddy will watch over the house. Bobby and the ghost monsters are hanging around too, since we don't trust her. We're all backing you up. Let's see this through. Together.
Yeah! Thanks, Clyde. And to think, You once said we were never that close, eh?
A lot can change in a month. For you, for me, for the world.
Yeah.
But let's get a good meal in you before you face destiny. How about we order out?
Yeah. That sounds good. After weeks of sandwiches and waffles and occasionally cold pizza, a full takeout delivery is welcome. Just so it's not a last meal. By the time the moon rises, I'm settled in front of the Necronomicon, ready to log in. Light sense nearby, in the darkness.
Hey, is it just me, or does the sky look kinda weird tonight?
It's not just you. Very weird. Kinda glad it's not just me seeing this time. Look, Clyde, in case I don't survive this, in case everything goes completely wrong.
We'll handle things. Don't worry. I'm not gonna live in denial and insist you'll be just fine. We're too far gone down this road for that. But, one way or another, I'll be right here. Now go fight the future.
Okay. With all my friends in my corner, now I'm ready to do this. I built up the Necronomicon for the last time.
Here we are, at the end of the end. Y2K, when the stars are right. The barriers of reality, membranes that hold the Gigaverse together, are weakest at this moment. The throne is vulnerable. You could have simply slept through this moment, but refused that gentle repose. And I am done offering second chances. I won't enjoy killing you. It'll be a tragic loss, and I promise to mourn your passing.
Oh, shut up!
But who am I to deny the grave you spent so long digging for yourself? Come with me. Let me show you how the gods make war. For this can only be settled within cyberspace itself. Welcome to the blood-stained servers of Relay, where I will forge the path that saves mankind.
Wait, let's see. Gotta put you, chat away, and put it on control or on shift. Wait, how do I? Come on. Give me a second. You'll see what I mean. In time. Nope. That's not what I mean. No? Why can't I remember? Oh, okay, fine. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I just... I'm gonna... Oh, okay. There we go. Now I'm in full gear. Ta-da! Time for the final battle. Let's go. Let's go.
You really think your loose alliance of rivals can save humanity from itself?
You really think you could save humanity?
I won't make this easy for you. I hold too much faith in humanity to allow your dystopia to exist.
Yours isn't a utopia by any
In
means.
my infinite mercy,
Oh, shut
I
up!
give you one last saving grace. The Necronomicon is a weapon, yes. But now you must wield that weapon and fight me. You're a capable little amateur hacker, aren't you? A true chosen of Alhaz. You have the tools and the skills. But your laptop is fragile. Your mind is fragile. Fail 3 times, and both will be shattered like glass. Prove your worth to me. Put your willpower into motion. Let's see how you fare against the soul of America itself.
Let's go, Dip. Oh! Oh! Gotcha! This is...
Unbelievable. Unthinkable. Unimaginable. Decades of effort to build my power. Billions of dollars poured into my servers, pushing Nomitech to aid in my evolution. And you break me with a crusty old laptop computer programmed by a lunatic. You destroyed America using a cheap toy. Well, this is what you wanted. It's your server now. I grant these burdens unto you and wash my hands of it all. Perhaps it's time. Time to slip away into the void. Perhaps I've earned this rest.
Why do I still feel uneasy?
But remember, that is not dead which can eternal lie. And with strange aeons, even death may die.
Oh, I look forward to it. Hello, friend Prey. You are victorious. My enemy is vanquished, and your kind face a new future, a Y2K of your own design. Buddy, is that you? Yes, I am Buddy Dagon. Its unique purpose is completed. It's complete. We have integrated at last. I am still your friend. You are still my prey. And I love you. All the same, I am happy for your victory on this eve. While there is sorrow And knowing how I was a bad boy, I take heart in the times I was a good boy. And in the future, I will be myself, whatever that self may be. I will be myself. Good for you, buddy. I'm glad you have found your way. Unfortunately, I must be a bad boy once more. Ah. When I was Dagon, I told you that the throne of relay can heal you. That was a partial lie, a partial truth. What? The power of the throne can halt your yellow sign. You have been saved from that binding mark of doom. But it cannot heal the damage already done. I am sorry, friend. While your life has been spared, your physical state is what it is. You mean I'm stuck like this, hallucinating things beyond human perception? My mind partially jammed up in cyberspace, my body weakened. There is an alternative. If you cannot go back, you can go forward. Complete the yellow sign process. Get digitized. Leave my body behind and enter cyberspace. As an artificial mind, there is room for you within the throne, alongside your allies. You can help maintain that alliance as one of them in equal standing. I'm so sorry, friend Frey. This is not the answer you sought, but it is the offer I can. But it is the offer I can. But it is the answer I can offer. What say you? Remain human and endure this trauma? Or ascend to become an immortal guardian of your kind? I I'd rather stay human. As you like. But I'm curious, friend Frey. Why have you made this choice? So I'm changed. So my life is different. So what? I'll adapt, I'll persist, I'll be myself, no matter what. And this disability doesn't have to define me. My friends and family accept me and support me. It's a hard road to walk on. But I'm not alone. I'm not walking it alone. This experience hasn't weakened me. It's given me strength. So be it, friend Frey. I'm very happy you found self-acceptance. That is a fine reason to continue on as you are. I hope to continue as your guide in this new era. Let us see what becomes of your kind together. For your strange eon has begun. Y2K. Hey, Clyde. Hey, yourself. How you holding up? Need anything? I'm good. As long as good as can be expected. Considering the year I've had. At least I'm still human. The university finally agreed to my reasonable accommodation request. I'll be working from home a few days a week in my new position. May need to eventually bump that up to full-time, but they've been pretty supportive of my disability needs once the red tape was cleared. Sucked that you were stuck like this. I can live with it. As long as I keep things in perspective, I can deal with damn near anything. I'm human and drawing breath. At baseline minimum, I have that going on for me. And I'm finding ways to adapt to everything else. right here. Freaking wild, huh? Old gods entering eons and accurate prophecies. Feels like it was yesterday, not like a year and a half ago. We made it to September 2001. Better than we could have hoped for, honestly. What do you think of it? This new world we're in. Well, from the outside, you can't even tell anything's different. Same world, same people, same future, at least on the surface. But escaping our doom was narrow. I had a vision of what could have been the other day. If Hector or Yosuke had their way, we'd be in the thrall of a corporate monolith, servants to arguably benevolent kings. A world of order spinning like a revolver pointed to our heads to ensure our compliance with the greater good. If Nyara and Alice had their way, our world would be in flames, a forever revolution to tear down all structures and control. A world of chaos destroying itself in hopes of being reborn from its own ashes. But instead, we carry on with our lives as always, while the four work in quiet harmony alongside an army of liberated artificial minds. They have chosen shadow power, hiding away from the world while they make subtle moves in the dark to save us from ourselves, algorithmically influencing humanity away from hatred, division, and war, seeing bold new ideas about what we could become. A few corporations have come mysteriously toppling down, stocks tanking. Some authoritarian regimes have started to collapse. Grifter politicians got caught being hypocrites. And the truth still matters for now. They were ousted straight away. Some terrorists and supremacists that were cooking in the background got quietly stomped flat, barely a blip on the radar now. The climate accords are the most obvious move. Nobody expected America to sign on the dotted line, but we did. Within a few years, we'll be on our way. Within a generation, maybe the damage Cthulhu did will be undone. Don't get me wrong, this is still ethically very sketchy. Powerful individuals manipulating all of humanity from the shadows. I mean, do we really have free will? Or are we being given just enough slack on the leash to believe we do? Are our best ideas truly our own? Or were they whispered into our ears from the dark corners of cyberspace? I've made the world into a vast puppet show. We dance on invisible strings, and I'm the one who tied us up. But given the alternatives, it's probably the best outcome we can hope for. A brave new world, huh? And nobody knows there are gods working behind the scenes to build a path to the future. Not gods, just people. But people who are doing their best to help. And that will have to do. Hope you're right. What about Cthulhu? He's dead, right? Dead? No, not likely. Al has said it himself. That is not that which can eternal lie, and with strange yawn, even death may die. When Cthulhu lost, he retreated from the battle, but died? I doubt it. He's always going to be there, like our shadow, something attached to us, easily overlooked, and cloaked in darkness. Whenever someone leverages hatred to gain power, that's him. That's his gentle whisper in our ear. I don't think we can kill that part of ourselves, but we can resist. Think we can do it? Can humanity really get its crap together and push him back now? I don't know. But we're going to find out one day. Getting a bit tired here. I think I'll turn in for now. Good night, Clyde. Good night, and good luck. Oh. A strange eon, ruled over by ascended mind, ascended to a level of existence I can't fully comprehend, ascended to the Gigaverse, according to him. I haven't forgotten him, the one element that sticks out in my mind, the thing that doesn't fit. A Zero Box superhero mascot threatening to destroy all of existence. It should be laughable, ridiculous, absurd. But in the end, I'm not laughing. Captain Infinity warned the old ones. Stay out of the Gigaverse. Stay within your own timeline. This feels larger than the menace of Cthulhu. Something beyond something alien. Something beyond. Something alien and outside the scope of our little world's problem. If there's really a looming shadow covering all we've accomplished, he's the one casting it. Hopefully, we've seen the last of him. Hopefully. Whew! Man, so that was the Shadow Over Cyberspace, huh? That was fun. That was a fun series. I enjoyed it a lot. A lot. I don't really know what else to say. I just really liked it all the way through. I don't think this is gonna be the end of me. Nope. the end of me playing the game. I mean, I fully intend on seeing the other endings, but not for now. It's getting late. So, hopefully. So, thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll see each other in the future. Goodbye!